What if one simple deep red flower can flush your arteries, reset your blood pressure, and even sharpen your memory? It's likely sitting in your pantry right now, dismissed as just a sour drink. It's hibiscus. For centuries, Egyptian pharaohs called this the tea of the pharaohs for its legendary healing powers. Here's what makes me angry. Modern science has proven these ancient healers were right, yet most clinics still overlook it today. Most people are brewing it wrong, killing the very nutrients they need. Today, we're changing that. Discover the 12 life-changing benefits you'll regret missing, and the exact protocol to use it right for your heart health. But one warning first. At the end of this video, there's a medication interaction you can't afford to miss, especially if you take one of the most common painkillers in America. Stay until the end. Now, benefit number one. Number one, the sugar firewall. If you've been checking your glucose every morning, dreading your next A1C result, your doctor probably told you metabolic decline is just part of aging. That's a dangerous half-truth. Hibiscus contains polyphenols that flip a master switch in your cells called AMPK. Think of AMPK as the metabolic boss. When it's switched on, your body stops storing sugar in your liver and starts burning it for energy. I call this the sugar firewall because when you use the protocol I'll show you later, hibiscus blocks alpha-glucosidase, the enzyme that turns carbs into blood sugar. A randomized trial in 15 adults showed hibiscus drink significantly lowered post-meal glucose. Metformin also touches AMPK. Hibiscus reaches it through food. Here's the part that gets me. My viewers message me every week. The 3 p.m. crash, gone in weeks. The brain fog after lunch, vanished. Their insulin sensitivity didn't decline. It got reset. You're not drinking a sour beverage. You're installing a metabolic security guard at the door of every cell in your body. And nature already perfected this exact remedy long ago. Stable blood sugar without the pills. But benefit 2 is the breakthrough that surprises cardiologists most of all. Number 2, the blood pressure mirror. For millions of men and women in their 60s and 70s, the morning ritual goes like this. Swallow the white pill, lisinopril, amlodipine, maybe both. Live with the dry cough that never goes away. The swollen ankles your doctor says are just part of aging. Listen to me carefully. Hibiscus acts as a natural ACE inhibitor. That's the same biochemical class as those white pills. A randomized trial by McKay and colleagues at Tufts University, published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2010, tested 65 prehypertensive adults for 6 weeks. Systolic pressure dropped 7.2 points on average. In those with the highest starting readings, the drop reached 13.2 points. That's the range of typical prescription medication. Read that again. Same range, fewer side effects. It works by relaxing the smooth muscle in your blood vessel walls. When the walls relax, blood flows without pressure slamming against them. Your heart stops working overtime to push fluid through stiff pipes. Imagine waking up tomorrow. The cuff hisses around your arm. The numbers come up. 120/80. No fog, no refills. This is what the pharaohs of Egypt drank to keep the heart of a warrior into old age. The science caught up 3,000 years later, and medical journals are only now starting to fully acknowledge it. Blood pressure mirrored. But the real damage is happening deeper inside your arteries right now. Number 3. Arterial descaling. Picture the pipes in an old house. Decades of mineral buildup. Stiff, lined with calcium scale. That's exactly what's happening inside your arteries right now if you're over 65. Doctors call it arterial stiffness. It's a leading predictor of a cardiac event in your age group. Hibiscus is one of the few substances on Earth that helps scrub those pipes from the inside. It triggers your body to produce more nitric oxide. Nitric oxide tells your arteries to open up and flex. Think of it as the WD-40 of your vascular system. When your arteries become flexible again, your heart doesn't have to slam against rigid walls anymore. You'll feel this first in your hands and your feet. Cold extremities are the first place circulation fails. They're also the first place it returns. This isn't comfort. This is bioelasticity. The same elasticity you had in your 30s, coming back. With every deep crimson sip, the blood vessels of someone half your age, hiding inside the body you're walking around with right now. Arteries scrubbed clean. But before Benefit 4, quick reminder. If you mess up the brewing temperature, you destroy 80% of these benefits. Number 4, the uric acid flush. If you've ever woken up at 3 a.m. with a big toe that feels like someone pressed a blowtorch against it, you know gout. Sharp uric acid crystals stabbing your joint like glass shards. Most people reach for ibuprofen. It dulls the pain temporarily, yet long-term overuse irritates your delicate stomach lining. Hibiscus takes a different route. It acts as a natural uricosuric. Translation: it tells your kidneys to flush the excess before it crystallizes. A 2008 human study in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found drinking hibiscus tea twice daily significantly increased uric acid excretion. Water on a fire before it spreads. This is exactly why Egyptian healers prescribed hibiscus tea for joint mobility 4,000 years ago. They didn't know the biochemistry. They knew the results. If you wake up stiff every morning, if your knees feel like rusted hinges every time you stand up, this flush is your weapon. It doesn't just numb the pain. It removes the glass shards from your bloodstream that caused the suffering in the first place. Joint pain neutralized. But pay close attention to this next one. It surprised me when I researched it. Number 5, the fatty liver shield. Your liver is the filter for everything that enters your body. Every cocktail, every processed dinner. As you age, that filter gets clogged with fat. The result? Sluggish metabolism. That stubborn belly pouch that won't shift no matter what you do. And eventually, a fatty liver diagnosis. That deep crimson color in your tea? Those are anthocyanins. They're not just pigment. They're biological armor for your liver cells. Research in Food and Function in 2014 showed hibiscus extract significantly reduced body fat and improved liver steatosis in overweight subjects over 12 weeks. The anthocyanins prevent fat from suffocating the liver cells, freeing them to do the work of detoxification. What that means in real life. When your liver runs clean, your energy comes back, because your body finally processes nutrients instead of storing them as sludge around your middle. If your doctor mentioned fatty liver and offered nothing but vague dietary advice, this is the natural intervention they didn't tell you about. Liver running clean. But this next one rivals what most supplement marketers sell. Number 6, biofilm disruption. There's a secret slime layer in your intestines. Bad bacteria and parasites build it as a fortress to hide from your immune system. It's called a biofilm. This is why most probiotics fail you. The good bacteria simply can't reach the bad ones hiding behind the wall. The organic acids and polyphenols in hibiscus, including hibiscus acid and protocatechuic acid, attack that slime. They don't kill the bacteria directly. They disrupt the wall. Then your own immune cells finish the job. This rarely gets discussed in conventional gut health circles because it flips the whole probiotic industry on its head. We've been told to keep adding good bacteria. The real fix? Dismantle the fortresses of the bad ones. If you've struggled with chronic bloating for years, or with that heavy stone feeling after every meal, biofilm disruption is your missing piece. You're not broken. Your gut needs the fortress walls torn down. Hibiscus is the wrecking ball your microbiome has been waiting for. Gut fortresses dismantled. But the next benefit goes after the most personal fear of all. Number 7, NeuroGuard. You walk into the kitchen, you forget why. The name of your neighbor's grandchild slips away mid-sentence. We all fear it. The dementia drift. The senior moments. The truth nobody tells you? Much age-related cognitive decline starts with oxidative stress rusting the synaptic connections between your brain cells. The synapses literally corrode like metal exposed to salt air. The antioxidants in hibiscus cross the blood-brain barrier. That's a feat very few nutrients can pull off. Once inside, they neutralize the free radicals chewing through your memory. Think of it as a protective wax on the wiring of your mind. Animal studies show hibiscus extract reduces brain damage in models of Alzheimer's disease and protects neurons from oxidative injury. The polyphenols in hibiscus have documented neuroprotective effects on synaptic plasticity. My viewers in their 70s message me every week. Sharper, more like themselves, after 2 weeks of daily tea. You're not losing your mind. Your brain is under chemical attack from your own metabolism. Hibiscus is the shield. The memory you had at 40 is still there. It needs the right antioxidant key to unlock it. Memory protected. But none of this works unless you brew this tea right. The protocol you've been waiting for. The ox blood protocol. Stop right here. Because if you take everything you just learned, grab a tea bag, and brew it like normal tea, you'll waste your money. Most people are killing the medicine before it touches their lips. This is the Horizons Health Hibiscus protocol, the exact way to brew it. First, temperature. Never use boiling water. Boiling scorches the delicate anthocyanins and destroys the active compounds. Heat your water to 175 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 80 Celsius, right below the simmer. Second, time. Steep for exactly 12 minutes. Not 3, not 5, 12. If your tea doesn't come out a deep, opaque oxblood red, it's not strong enough to do anything for your arteries. Third, the bio booster. Add a squeeze of fresh lemon and a thin slice of fresh ginger. The vitamin C and gingerols escort the hibiscus compounds across your gut barrier into your bloodstream. Fourth, the dose. 3 cups daily. 30 minutes before each main meal. For 6 weeks straight. That's your arterial flush cycle. Now you know how to brew it. 5 more benefits coming. The medication warning is getting closer too. Number 8, kidney stone defense. There's a stubborn myth floating around that sour teas cause kidney stones. The opposite is true. Kidney stones are mostly calcium oxalate crystals. They form when minerals sit in stagnant urine long enough to settle and bond together. Hibiscus works as a mild natural diuretic. It keeps things moving. The sediment never has the chance to settle and crystallize into the daggers that cause that infamous labor pain agony when they pass. Research in urological research in 2012 found hibiscus extract significantly reduced calcium oxalate crystal deposition in animal models prone to stone formation. If you've ever passed a kidney stone, you don't need me to explain why this matters. Men describe it as the most pain they've ever felt, worse than broken bones. 3 cups a day keeps the filtration system flushing clean. Your kidneys stay as sharp as they were in your prime. You're protecting the most underrated waste management system in your entire body. Kidneys defended. But the next benefit refines how cardiology should approach heart disease entirely. Number 9, LDL anti-rust. Your doctor probably stares at your total cholesterol number and lectures you about diet. But the detail cardiologists know and rarely highlight. Cholesterol itself isn't the problem. Oxidized cholesterol is. When LDL rusts inside your bloodstream, that's when it turns sticky. That's when it starts grabbing onto your arterial walls and building plaque. The number on your blood test doesn't tell that story. The oxidation state does. Hibiscus helps stop the rust. Its antioxidants coat your LDL particles like an anti-corrosion spray on a car frame. Even if your total cholesterol stays the same, the LDL keeps flowing instead of sticking. This refines how cardiology should approach heart disease. You don't need to kill your cholesterol. You need to keep it from spoiling. This is the clinical edge my longtime viewers have used to keep their numbers stable and their hearts strong without ever relying on a high-dose statin. No muscle pain, just clean blood flowing. Cholesterol decoded. But the next benefit is what keeps you moving like you did at 30. Number 10, collagen integrity. Aging at the cellular level is mostly the breakdown of collagen. When collagen fails, your skin sags and your face folds into wrinkles. But the part nobody warns you about? Your tendons and ligaments stiffen into something close to old leather. That's why your knees crack. Your shoulders won't reach overhead the way they used to. Hibiscus contains compounds that inhibit elastase. Elastase is the enzyme inside your body that breaks down elastic fibers. It's literally eating your structure from the inside. When you drink the tea of the Pharaohs daily, you're telling your body to stop the self-cannibalization of its own scaffolding. You'll see it in the mirror as a softer, brighter skin tone. But the real prize? You'll feel it in your joints. The springy bounce coming back, the way your knees handled stairs at 30. That isn't gone. It's been waiting for the right signal. Joints springy again. But the next benefit is why 60-year-olds get knocked out by colds. 30-year-olds shake off in a day. Number 11, post-viral immunity. Every fall, the same story. The first cold front blows in, and you're flat in bed for a week. The reason? Your cells are often starved for zinc. Zinc is the bullet that takes out viruses, but it can't get into your cells alone. It needs a carrier. Hibiscus contains quercetin, a flavonoid documented in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, to act as a zinc ionophore. It opens the cellular doorway and escorts zinc inside, where it does the work. Pair hibiscus tea with a zinc-rich meal, a handful of pumpkin seeds, a piece of grass-fed beef. Your immune cells get loaded with ammunition. Ionophore-assisted zinc delivery can multiply intracellular zinc concentrations dramatically. For my viewers over 60, this is the difference between a mild 3-day sniffle and a week stuck in bed. Your white blood cells were never the problem. They were just undersupplied. Hibiscus is the supply line, immune system armed, but the final benefit targets the most dangerous fat in your body. Number 12, the AMPK weight switch. Finally, the menopause middle, the senior spread, that visceral fat wrapped around your organs, the most metabolically dangerous fat in the human body. It pumps out inflammatory chemicals that keep you sick and stuck no matter what you eat. Remember the AMPK switch we talked about in Benefit 1? Activating it doesn't just regulate blood sugar. It also flips your fat metabolism from storage mode to burn mode. Your body starts using visceral fat as fuel instead of hoarding it around your waist. The same food and function trial we mentioned earlier showed significant reductions in body weight and waist-to-hip ratio after 12 weeks. The fat literally moved. You're not dieting. You're flipping a biological switch your body forgot existed. This is why hibiscus belongs in your daily routine for the rest of your life. Not as a fad, as a foundation, the tea of the Pharaohs, doing exactly what it did for the Pharaohs 4,000 years ago. Foundation built. But before you brew your first cup, there's a critical warning you need to hear. The high-stakes warning. Now, the warning I promised. Listen carefully. Hibiscus is powerful. So powerful that if you're on insulin or blood pressure medication, you must monitor your levels daily. A hypoglycemic crash. Shaky hands. These can happen if you don't adjust the dose with your doctor. Never drink hibiscus tea within 2 hours of taking acetaminophen. That's the active ingredient in Tylenol. A human study showed hibiscus speeds up how fast your liver processes the drug. The same caution applies to chloroquine and simvastatin. Respect this tool, it's medicine. 12 benefits, from the blood pressure mirror that rivals prescriptions to the protocol that finally makes this ancient tea work the way the pharaohs intended. This isn't your grandmother's sour drink. This is 3,000 years of medicine that science is finally proving correct. But hibiscus is only half of the ancient heart protection equation, and the other half is a black seed so powerful that Prophet Muhammad himself called it the cure for everything except death. Click the video on screen right now to see all 10 biggest black seed oil benefits you've been missing for years, and the exact way to use it right.